All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to a great episode of Angry Harvey Hippie. Some of my followers were asking, how do you do it, Tiffany? How do you do it from start to finish? All the prepping, all the cooking in an RV. And I'm going to show you how I cook and prep and give you guys great content on some good recipes. Not only for myself, but for 7 people. Me, Kelly. We have our 3 wonderful children, corgis. You're going to get to meet Hattie, Kiwi, and George. And then we have our 2 cats, Sophia and Ace. And this is Sophia right here. She's been to work with me all day today. We had to take her to the vet to get her a little shot because this Tennessee weather does not like her skin. So here we go, start to finish. I'm going to show you how to do this. It is 8 o'clock right now, my time here in Tennessee. We'll log how quick it takes me to feed everybody, get them prepped, and I'm going to make you a magical dinner tonight. Follow along. All right, let's start first by getting this beautiful baby in. Meet Sophia, everybody. We're going to get her inside after her big road trip today. And then just wait, here come the monsters. Hi, everybody. That's right, we got Sophia back. Come on, Kiwi. There you go, love. All right, so meet Hattie. That's Kiwi. And here's George. And here goes the start of my routine. I'm going to let them play outside. And I got to get all the groceries and everything unloaded from the truck. See, as you can hear, here comes the barking. Everybody calm down. Calm down, okay? Let's all do our sniffies. Let's all do our sniffies. Okay, here's phase 1. That's what I do on errand day, which is grocery shopping day, prep day. I get everything out, throw it right in the rig. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to step through this teeny tiny little hallway. And now I got to get all this stuff up on the beds and then start prepping, unloading, and get all the kids fed. All right, here we go, start to finish. This is Ace. Everybody meet Ace. Hi, Ace. Okay, so he's going to play in the TJ Maxx bag for a minute. We're going to move on to unpacking. I'm going to start cleaning and prepping all the veggies and the fruit because remember, you guys, you got to wash that fruit. Everything is toxic. Kiwi's waiting for dinner. Hattie's waiting for dinner. So we're going to prep, get everything ready. I'm going to show you how I do it all in the RV. Here we go. All right. Short and I'm tired, y'all. That's what I like to use, clean the veggies. Nice veggie wash. Get those strawberries. And then you just put them in some cold water. Let them sit about 5 minutes. Remember, your berries are the worst. Even I buy organic, but you still don't want to risk it. Because again, why I do this, I'm such a good partner that I do this. And then I cut down every strawberry and I freeze them for Kelly so that she has fresh frozen strawberries and bananas for desserts. Oh, that made me forget. I just forgot whipped cream. God damn it. Oh, hashtag upset. Oh. All right. Doggy time. Okay. Hattie. And again, some people may say, well, this specific way too. This is Kiwi's bowl. This is Georgie's bowl. And Hattie has her little baby bowl. She's a little princess. And routine right now too. I just let the kids outside. So I let them play for a little bit. They're going to run back and forth. Georgie, get off your sister right now. They're going to chill out here at our little outdoor patio area. I'm going to let them play while I continue to prep. pants, and then on the dishes and put everything away so that I can have space to start prepping your guys' amazing meatloaf. All right, everybody, strawberries are done. Make sure to give those a good rinse. And then always with your berries, make sure to get those on a towel and get those drying as well as you can. You don't want wet berries going back in the fridge. You got to try to get all that moisture out how you can. Strawberries falling. So yes, get those all soaking on a towel. Dry those babies up. There we go. Lemons, strawberries, all getting clean. Okay. Now, because I am such an amazing wife, I'm going to go ahead and cut single cut banana slices and prep them in a baggie for my lady so that she has her bananas and strawberries for her later dessert when she comes home. All right, it's now 8:53, so we're 1 hour in. I went ahead and prepped, cleaned all the dishes. Anybody follows my channel, I always say, as RV prepping, make sure to clean your area, get everything ready to go, because if you don't, you're gonna have a fucking mess on your hands. So we've now done all the dishes, dogs are fed, kids are all looking cute. Where's all the other kids? Here's Kiwi, there's my wee wee, and there's Georgie, that's Georgie. Everybody say hi. Yes, she knows how to do that. All right, to the prepping, I'm losing my mind, I'm so tired. All right, keep following along, guys. Here we are. We got strawberries and bananas prepped for Kelly. All right, now we're on the potatoes. We're gonna peel, prep, and clean those to get ready for the mash. All right, everybody, we got the potatoes prepping. Now, listen, I like to, again, clean my potatoes. You know, with Hashimoto's, I gotta clean. So, again, veggie wash, clean, let those puppies suck about 25 minutes, soak. I've had the meatloaf prepping, and then on to all the ingredients, guys. Here we go, exciting meatloaf dinner! All right, guys, we're ready to prep this goddamn meatloaf, okay? Remember, can't screw this up, you guys. Meatloaf is however you want. My meatloaf, I did a mixture of chicken and ground beef. Then I threw in paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, harissa powder, smoked paprika, black pepper, and salt. Mixed all those together. Ketchup base. I'm a traditional girl of the ketchup. So I do a ketchup. We're going to do sriracha. We're going to do some Dijon. I'm going to do some coconut aminos because I am not allowed to have soy due to my Hashimoto's. Then we're going to do some salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar, just give it a little tang. We're going to mix that up, and that's your base. All right, I like to do green onions in mine. I'm going to do jalapeno in mine. And you're going to get yourself 2 eggs in here. My breadcrumbs, I am doing these gluten-free seasoned. As you guys follow along with my prepping, I keep it real simple. Less ingredients, the better, you guys, to keep a clean gut, healthy life, skin looking good, you feeling good. This bad boy, because I didn't want to make it from scratch. I was tired. Again, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ingredients. So very, very good and clean if I'm looking for a quick breadcrumb. All right, again, get your mixture. Pound, pound and a half, 2 pounds. Can't fuck this up. Get your onions. You can do onions. You can do garlic. You can do whatever you want. Jalapeno. 1 cup of breadcrumbs. 2 eggs. Get that mixture all together. I'm going to get that in a loaf pan and get that baking at 475 to 525, depending on how strong your oven is. Remember, RV ovens are on propane. They work quick and fast, and they heat from the bottom. I don't have anything on the top, so be careful with that. Also, I'm going to put a little bit of my ketchup mixture in the meatloaf. I like to do a little bit in. So I'm going to do maybe about 2 tablespoons in to give it a little seasoning inside. Into your loaf pan. Cover the top with your ketchup. Can't fuck this up. Ooh. Here's our mixture. Also, we got our potatoes working. Again, you can't fuck up potatoes, everybody. Boil them potatoes. Get them going. You know when they're done, when you can stick a fork in them. And they're nice and good. And then I'll tell you what I do to make my mashed potatoes once those are ready. In the meantime, we're going to get that into your pan. Make sure to spray your pan, coat it. We're going to get the ketchup base on top. Boom. And we're going to bake at 425, probably about 45 minutes up to an hour. All right, guys, while everything's cooking, back to cleaning. Giving you real time, because I'm going to make this video super short. It's now 9:58. So I've been doing all this for about 2 hours now. I'm really taking my time, because I fed the kids, do everything, but I want people to know what a routine's like being a stay-at-home mom. And I work from home. As well, and only concept it is for y'all. So back to all the dishes, get all that prep, and I'm going to show you what an luxurious RV shower is like. You know, it's not for everybody, but you want to know what one of the biggest things that we've learned from giving up a lot of our things that we were attached to? I would say the lowest of priceless. It's quite luxurious living, you know, tight quarters with your family, the things that you love, and you think you need all this space, you think you need all this land and stuff, and it doesn't work for everybody. But I'd have to say, even though I have a whole second bedroom in this rig, my 3 baby corgis and my 2 cats are always right here with me in my whole, what is this, maybe 200 square foot living room. And they always got to be right with us. So it was just quite nice letting go of everything, going on this journey. Like I said, we're originally from Key West. Lived in South Florida for many, many years. And we wanted to leave the island for a little bit after everything that just went wrong in the world between COVID, you know, the shutdowns, politics in the world are crazy right now. So we wanted to go and travel and see what's out there on the mainland. So not only do you guys watch my videos for my food content, but if you also check out some of my other videos, I talk about every park that we go to. I give the pros and the cons of the park. Again, all my opinions, because everything's not for everybody. But I try to tell people from my perspective, being young, being older, being a woman, being somebody who dates a woman, just what it's like in some of these different areas and parks that we visit. And we're not biased about anything. We show all great things about all the communities. So be sure to check out those videos too on my YouTube channel, Angry RV Hippie. So keep on along. I'll be back in a few minutes once these potatoes and meatloaf are cooking. And I will show you the RV shower. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Time to check on these potatoes and meatloaf. And I promised you a tour of my amazing RV bathroom. So here it is. Welcome to our luxurious bathroom. I actually kind of like this model. We're in a Forest River 27RR. It is a toy hauler. I like that my sink was separate. I did kind of like a jungly thing here. I got very creative. I love the flowers. I did an all grass ceiling. If everybody can see that. Kind of wanted to feel like I was indoors. I'm not done with the wallpaper. I'm going to do like a woodsy wallpaper. But we did all these hanging hairs because, again, you want to minimize your space in the RV. And I built these shelves here for my everyday personal use. Our little baskets here, our little backdrop. I did this nice backdrop here. Loved. And then if you walk, there's the baby kiwi. Here, this is all the space I get for the shower. We got our cute little toilet here. We bought a little toilet holder. And this is our shower. And RV life, not bad. I mean, we're not a huge shower, but we don't need a lot to make us happy. I built a little rack in there. So we keep it simple. So that's how I take my quick showers. And then if you walk into the back, this is the area that I redid. This is called a toy hauler. Now, most people wouldn't deck this out like a second bedroom because we do pull a toy in here. We bring our golf cart in. But we wanted a second room to feel like a divide, so if we needed the space, here's Georgie. So we put in actual furniture. So we have a nice, that's a bug, nice desk here that also acts as my office where I work from home. And then we also use this for clothing. And then we bought this amazing nice sofa here. And this sofa pulls out to a nice full-size bed. We went a little bouge on this and spent a little bit extra money because it's nice and comfortable for those guests. And then I did the little twinkle lights. I hung a curtain to make it look nice. And that whole door opens up and we get an extended patio. On our rig here, we got the 2 up high storage spaces. We use one for clothes. And then we also went ahead and built in a hanging closet because we did not get a closet with this rig. Being a toy hauler, we had to get creative. So we just did nail to nail. We built a bar. And this is our closet. And then we got the little cat homes back here. Keep them nice and hidden. Got our water machine. Because, you know, don't, especially you Hashimoto's people that are following. Alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. We also are in the process of decorating. This is the kids' room, as you can see. So we do all the photos of all the babies. I'm eventually going to cover this whole ceiling. So we did all ceiling photos of all of our kids. This here's me, Trixie. She was one of our first. She has now passed over to the Rainbow Bridge. And then this here is my first love, Hampton. He had passed, but this is why I have 3 more beautiful corgis that are my pride and joy. So this is their room. And we made it this way. So that way, again, living in 350 to 400 square feet, it gives you a bigger feel in this RV, which I love. You know, our house in Key West, everybody, I was spending on the upside of $3,000 for rent, and it was smaller than this. So that's why we opted to go ahead and go a bit. But eventually we're going to upgrade. Let's go on into the living room. Ooh, double doors. Double doors, double doors. That's why we also love this rig, because we love that there was the separation. So you can shut this back door to really feel like you're in a separate room. The bathroom's got the 2 doors for privacy, and then you walk into this estate living space. So this here is Kelly's boudoir. We actually got creative as well with this space. And as you can see, I really upgraded and made this her bed so she had a little separate area. But we act as like a living couch. This typically is your like kitchen. This is like your, table. So if we were to pull all these cushions off, this will turn into a table here. But we use it full time while we're traveling right now. So we went ahead and did pillows, made it cozy. And then all of our storage, then by keeping that like that, we can do storage underneath. We got the 2 amazing drawers, one on the left, one on the right for storage. I love that we got a built-in TV stand here. This also acts as our storage here. I mean, it kind of sucks, and people will be like, well, that fucking sucks, so I got to dig my arm back there. But again, I'm not in a 5th wheel, guys, so I can't be as choosy as I wanted for our first rig. We didn't want to spend that much money. But, you know, we got a full fucking... What is this, a 50-inch TV in here? Okay, and this rig came with a badass, almost full-size residential fridge. It's considered a full-size RV fridge if you're not in the 5th wheel. So we got a lot of space. This has got the nice, deep freezer. See, I can get ice cube trays, meat. I mean, deep freezer. And then look, I got 3 shelves, a nice big space in there. I love that this video is turning into everything about my life. Microwave, and again, that's why you guys follow me on my channels, because I feel like I got a full-size kitchen with a good amount of space to where I can get everything done, so nobody has an excuse on why you can't cook in your rig, because look at my teeny tiny little kitchen. All right, over here to the left wing, everybody, this is the actual bed. All right, so we went with this version because, again, it came with a Murphy couch, which we loved. Sorry, it's kind of messy, but that couch will fold out and go flat. And then back here is a foldable mattress that actually folds over. And then we went ahead and spent the extra money and got a very nice mattress topper to really make it thick. You got storage here, storage here. These are supposed to be like closets. That is some bullshit. They are not closets. No clothes will fit in there. Got 2 of those over there. And that is the tour of my rig. Another little bonus, they put these little side tables in, which we do love, because the side tables give us that space to kind of like sit and have. Thanks for touring my RV. Now back to cooking. That meatloaf, everybody, it's looking great. I want to show you a little trick that I do here in the RV. All right, so RV ovens, again, if you don't have the full-size convention like me, remember, we don't have heat on top, so it heats from the bottom from the propane. So you can't really get that crisp. And again, I don't have a lid for a muffin pan. How do you? So what I do is I take my pizza pan, my baking pan, just a little trick, and I slide that in there to cover that, and then that will help cook that baby faster and quicker. Little trick, bye! Hey guys, while we're waiting for the meatloaf to still cook, we're giving Kiwi a little lovin'. Now Kiwi's my baby. I love her so much, she's with me almost every day. Say hi, Kiwi. She's resting. We're giving her a little papa massage. Papa massage, papa massage. While we're waiting for the meatloaf. Meatloaf. She's also very food driven. Guys, look at that meatloaf. And if anybody knows my channel, I like spicy, so I put some fresh jalapenos. Alright, we've been here for about 45 minutes. This baby should be cooked. The way to know is just really stick a fork right in the middle. That meat bounces back. You're good to go. Let's take a little chunk here. Oh yeah, looking great. Alright, now we're going to go on to those mashed potatoes. I'm going to show you step by step on how I make the world's best mashed potatoes. Okay guys, we're ready to whip these potatoes. Now, you can do a food processor. You can hand whip. Again, I got my little hand whipper. Because remember, less is more in the RV. Now this is how I like to do my mashed potatoes. Again, I like to do a Greek yogurt in mine. We're going to go with garlic powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, salt. I do a dash of lemon juice, dash of chicken broth, Remember, if you're whipping your potatoes and they're feeling too thick, you can add milk. You can add cream. You can add chicken broth. I'm also going to do a little bit of butter. And I always save that potato water just like a pasta water. Again, if you're feeling too thick when you're whipping, just add that in to get a bit more creamy texture. Watch, follow along. Remember, you can't fuck this up. Broth. Oil. Nope, skip oil. Skip oil, skip. Broth. Dash lemon juice. Salt. Pepper. Cayenne. Garlic. Greek yogurt. Again, start with a tablespoon. Add a second tablespoon. A little bit of butter. Whip, 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 whip. Be right back. All right, guys, these potatoes are fucking perfect. All right, I ended up doing 4 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. I did about half a cup of chicken broth. Dash of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of butter, and then remember that potato water I told you to save? I did about 2 ladles of that, and that gave it this nice creamy consistency without any milk. Fuck yeah. Those are some amazing taters. All right, a few more minutes and everything's going to come together. Everybody, here is the finished product. We got that fresh cabbage steak. Again, I'll put a link below on what video to rewatch on how to cook that. We got the homemade mashed potatoes. Okay, from scratch, everybody. And look at that fucking delicious meatloaf. Again, from the beginning of the video, we did a blend of a ground chicken and lean ground beef. Let me show you the presentation right now. All right, everybody, here's your finished product. I wanted to do a little cute plate for you. All right. That is your finished product, everybody. Braised cabbage steak, prepped the night before. Meatloaf prepped tonight. And your homemade dollop of mashed potatoes on top. And the final time of all that prep, we started at 8, is 11:14. So that took me 3 hours, taking my time, because it was evening with my kids. Again, getting all the doggies, everybody had for bed. There's Kiwi there. Okay. But again, I'm going to speed this video up for you. And again, you should be able to make this meal in under about an hour altogether. Be sure to follow Angry RV Hippie. Click that follow link on Instagram. Subscribe on my YouTube page. If you like these videos, ask for more. Bye!